same. Me and them don't get the same. For that, they gonna know the name is. They say I'm...
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL. Willis going to throw it right away. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came into this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw here.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
On second down, it's Walker.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Ravens at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
On a route like this, he tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
And Walker has it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Ken Walker.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a first down carry for Harris. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down at the sack.
So once again, they got up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy making the play, he gets the points. That's a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB there, partner. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And
two.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Willis's throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Willis.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Able to avoid him at the 40.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Willis with another keeper. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one match.
Touchdown! Cedric Wilson from 8 yards out.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And the Vikings force the turnover take over at the 10. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Willis into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Drake Jackson.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed.
Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Willis.
He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some touchdowns on your first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go now.
2nd and 1. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Back to throw again.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
Used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Harris running straight ahead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll He'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Vikings to take over.
They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. 1st and 10, Willis.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Meanwhile, Willis throw complete there to Thomas.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, here's Willis.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Willis is going to throw once more.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Willis looks to pass it here.
Step, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man here, it's Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Willis looking to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
Dancing to his left.
Willis takes a hit, and the ball is free.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Now, they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points. That doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. That would complete downfield to Thomas.
Touchdown, Vikings! Michael Thomas, 51 yards.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. He'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. A loss of 4 that time on a sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quick?
And this is going to be intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie. That's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Willis. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And able to elude 1 tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think we're both wondering if we're going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. B.J. Hill getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And in Good for the Ravens touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Here's Walker to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Willis. That's caught by Wilson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Willis to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even
after review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the folks in New York are just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Now Willis. This one goes underneath to Walker. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Willis. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Willis. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Connects with Duvernay. And some space here. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard, 20 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Willis, he'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Willis to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before.